Imagine this. You're around some people that you've never met before. This is your first time hanging out with them, and they're talking about all sorts of stuff, of things that you don't know about. You go out with a group of guys who talk a lot about cars and twin turbos and Alfa Romeos and V12 engines and somebody rebuilding a Ferrari's engine at some garage because in his town, because there are no other garages that are good, and you know, the clutches and the brakes and all of that stuff. You don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're into, you don't know what you can talk about, because there's nothing you can talk about in common with that group. You just feel left out, or maybe most of the time you feel like this is new, or first of all you feel like you're left out, and that leads to you being insecure or just in your head because there's nothing else you can do but listen. If that's you, then you need to fix that, right? Because I've been in that situation a week ago. I went out with my friend, it was a car meet for Alfa Romeos, and everybody's talking about his car or the Ferrari that he's building or the types of Alfa Romeo cars and the designers, the different designers, the good and the bad and everything. So, and I just felt like, why am I even here, bro? So first, you don't know what are they talking about. Second of all, you feel left out. And then third, you just get stuck in your head because there's nothing you can talk about. There's nothing in common. There's nothing you know about. There's nothing you're excited about talking about. If you're that weasel, then you need to fix that. And here's the thing. It's fine if you go and meet some people that talk about stuff that you don't know about. But in that case, my case, I should have been curious. It's absolutely fine to seem like you're dumb at something. It's absolutely fine to feel like, maybe you're not in the right place. To not be in that position, you need a couple of things to do in order for you not to feel left out, not to be even left out in the first place, and to even fix how or what you need to talk about or you want to talk about. That's knowing yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to know who you are. You need to know the things that you like. You need to know the things that you don't like. That's why you come to talk to a person and they're just very neutral. Hi, how are you? Oh, how did the exam go? Oh, it's just fine. Blah, 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 blah. But you know that this person is probably like a big James Bond fan, right? And then you just, how would you know that? How would you know that? I have no fucking clue. How would you know that, to be honest? How would you know he's a big James Bond fan? Maybe he posted a story on his Instagram about him liking Daniel Craig and James Bond. So you'd be like, I saw you posting that story of James Bond. What do you think about it? That poster or that movie poster of that James Bond, what do you think about it? And then he watch his eyes go bright and he's just genuinely now invested in having a conversation with you, right? Because you've got something he really cares about, you're talking about, so he knows what he's going to talk about. You, for example, you like games. Somebody out of nowhere comes and talks to you about Red Dead Redemption. Or like you're into fishing, so he talks to you about the different baits or the different types of fishes and so on and so forth. Me and you are that person. We do not care about what the other person is saying until they show some sort of interest in the things we like. So first of all, you need to go and figure out what are the things you like in life. Are you a metalhead fan? Then you need to know that you're a metalhead fan, and that's absolutely fine. If you're around people that listen to K-pop, right? It's fine, own it. You're listening to metal and stuff around K-pop people. I don't know how or why would you be around K-pop people. They're stupid. Nonetheless, you need to own it and show it to them because they own it and they form the cult about it and everything. So form your own cult in your own head. It's fine to like metal. It's fine to like to go to the gym. It's fine to stop going to the gym, instead be somebody that runs and you don't care about making muscle. You just care about running and cardio and you just like to work out your heart more than your muscles, and that's fine. Because I met this type of person before, and he was very determined. Like, he's like, I just do the gym because, why not 3 days a week, and most of the time I run. I just disapprove of the gym. In a gym, he says that in a gym where everybody cares about how they look and their physique and the muscles, right? And he's talking about something else. Putting in mind he didn't have the best shape, but his mind was completely set off in a different way. That's absolutely fine. So that's that. You need to know yourself. You need to know the things that you like. Yeah. On the other hand, you need to know the things that you don't like. You don't like being around people that are nerdy. They're all about wearing glasses in school and studying and working a 9 to 5. You want to be around people that talk about money and business and entrepreneurship, right? You don't like being around people that complain about their HRs and their work drama. That's absolutely fine. You don't like being around people that are fat. It's absolutely fine. That's your preference. You don't like being around people that are very materialistic. That's absolutely fine as well. You need to judge yourself in that case. You need to know what you like and what you don't like. Write them down, because this is you and this is what you're into and this is what you like. So after knowing what you like and what you don't like, here's the thing. You need to write it down. You need to put that in plan. You need to be like, oh, this is myself. This is my self-assessment. What do I like, Yusuf? I like Red Dead Redemption. I like the gym. I like boxing. And I'm not a big fan of cars, but I'm a big fan of James Bond. And I'd absolutely go for a rant and talk about these things when I want to, because this is what I am into, right? I'm not into techno and house music, and that's fine. I'm not into the mainstream type of artists that are dead now, XXX and Juice WRLD and these type of people, and that's fine, because it's gonna take me to the other point, which is creating a shameless self-assessment. I learned that trick from RSD Max, Real Social Dynamic Max, back in 2018 or 2017, I think. It tells you to have a shameless self-assessment. What you are as a person. Are you shy? That's fine. Write it down. Are you dumb when it comes to like spontaneous scenarios where you have to act quick? That's fine. Write it down. I'll get deeper about the shameless self-assessment in another video, but for the time being, it is what it says. It's a shameless, completely shameless self-assessment. You write down everything about yourself, things that are completely horrible in you and the things that are absolutely perfect in you, right? You're assessing, you're having a self-assessment, right? And it's completely shameless. There is no shame in writing stuff like, you like fat girls. Weird. Why would you do that? Why would you like fat girls? You like fat girls. You write that down. That's your preference. That's fine. Another shameless self-assessment. Oh, Yusuf, I seem to be confident a lot on the outside, but from the inside I'm shaking, right? And in my eyes, that's shameless, because I know that deep down, maybe I have a little bit of insecurity. Maybe I'm not that confident deep down. But hey, if I show it from the outside, I'm gonna look like I'm confident nonetheless. Although some things might shake me off. So that's something I need to work on later. So that's why you do the shameless self-assessment. You assess yourself and then you fix that. You eliminate or replace your weak points and work on your strong points, right? Because that's what makes you. That's your DNA. This is who you are. You need to preserve that. You need to keep that. You need to amplify that. You know, if there's a girl in front of you and she's very into techno and like she's and let's say you're a white guy with a beard. Let's say you look like me, right? And I go to a girl and she's like, oh, I like brown skin guys who have no beards, who are like model type and they're 180 centimeters tall, and that's not me. I'll still be in the frame of, I'm still that guy. I'm Yusuf. I'm not brown skin. I have a beard and I'm still fucking amazing in my own way. And that's how you frame your own world, right? This is me. And moving forward with this, I think the girl will probably like me for who I am, because, you know, it doesn't matter. She has her own preference, but that's not the end of the world. You are what you are, and if you seem like you don't care, then because you're confident in your own skin, you won't bother anymore trying so hard, like, oh, she might not want me, she's not into me, blah 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 blah. No, these things don't matter as long as you're fine in your own skin. That's perfect. Nonetheless, yeah, first video. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is not supposed to be a perfect video at all. I stuttered a lot. I stuttered a lot. But I know this is a journey I'll take, and I'll help you guys with my own life experiences. I'm 24 and I've been through a lot, and this is my time to talk about the stuff I've been through, and the stuff that I can benefit you guys with, because I know a lot. Experience-wise, I don't read so many books. I experience a lot. I've done things. I've done intermittent fasting. I've tried boxing for a year, and I went on a fight, professional, not so much professional fight, but it was like a fight night. That was something serious. I've talked to girls. I've got rejected so many times. I've dated seriously, and I've fucked around. I've done everything. I've been insecure and I've been confident. I've been through all of it. So yeah, good luck, guys, and stay hard. Or I need to think of something like a good ending. Like, do the hard work, especially if you don't feel like I need to make something of my own, because I like that stuff. I like a good ending and a good beginning. Anyways, look at the view. So much construction, but there's water at least. And then look at the view. Okay, now bye.